In this show, you're going to enjoy some extremely rare footage of the real California. These are the places and the people that grow the best produce, the healthiest livestock, cook the best food, make the best wine, beer, and music. I'm going to bring together chefs, farmers, ranchers, breweries, wineries, dairies, bakers, butchers, hunters, fishermen, and cowboys. And let's not forget some good old country music from yours truly, J.D. Hardy. After I introduce you to these fine, hard-working folks, we're going to break bread the real California way over an open fire with the produce and protein we collected from our local resources and agriculture communities. Join me for this fascinating adventure through the real California. Welcome to the very first episode of The Real California. I'm here in the Santa Maria Valley at Rancho Guadalupe to meet with owner-operator Dick Donati. Mr. Donati.
Hey JD, how you doing?
Good, sir. How are you? Good to see you.
Glad you came. Glad you came down this morning.
I'm happy to be here. So what do we got going today, bud?
Well, we can go out and look at a number of things. I usually come to the office first, but we can go out and look at some of the harvesting, some of the planting, just about anything.
Thank you so much for having me out. I really appreciate that. What are you harvesting today?
We're in June, so we've got everything growing. It's celery, lettuce, cauliflower, broccoli, and strawberries.
Great. Well, I'm ready.
Okay.
So, around the house, there's no shortage of salads and all the good vegetables.
No, I'm always asked to bring stuff home, and when I forget,
you get in trouble.
I get in trouble, or I find out that she has purchased something.
Boy. Then
I said, you bought that lettuce? I've got 100 acres of it. She said, well, all it needs one hand out of 100 acres. You didn't bring it home. Do you want to take a look at this celery?
Yes.
We'll prove to people that it doesn't grow in the back of the store.
That's what we're here to do. Who are these nice folks?
Well, this is the celery harvest crew. Basically, there's workers cutting the celery, putting it up on the table.
Right.
The women in the machine there inside, they're sorting by size and packing it.
Okay. So these guys are getting it cleaned up.
Right.
Trimming off the bottoms, trimming the tops. Yep. And they're packing it up for the distributors.
Correct. This will be shipped, well, basically all over the country.
Right.
Texas, Florida, East Coast.
So now from here, who takes it from here? You're loading it up on to the boom.
Yeah.
It'll an assembly line here.
Right. It'll go to the cooler and be cooled.
Cooled for how long?
It'll probably be shipped out in the next day or two.
Now some of these are smaller.
Those are hearts.
Rancho Guadalupe Farms grows nearly 550 acres of celery every year. Once celery is in the ground, it takes 3 weeks for the plant to emerge and a total of 90 days to harvest. Compared to a lettuce crop that only takes 5 days to emerge and is in the ground for a total of 70 days. HCE Productions is bringing the very first ever country music festival and ag show, Band of Brothers Benefit, in the old Orchid Plaza. This family fun-filled event will feature ag vendors, CBR ranked bulls on display, and country music from Tarabella and me, J.D. Hardy. Purchase your discounted tickets now on J.D. Hardy Music Facebook page, Rooney's Irish Pub, or nightout.com. See y'all there.
This logo was designed back in '94 when we started, and we picked this hillside here where it comes into the coastline as the backdrop to it.
And that's it right there.
And that's the depiction of it right there.
So I got to learn how to get celery out of the ground or produce out of the ground, get it prepared for the market, which is just one element of the hard work that goes into producing vegetables. Tell me a little bit more about Rancho Guadalupe and the culture of your company.
Well, we believe that a strong labor force is so critical to what we do. You know, you can have the land and the tractors and everything else, but it doesn't happen if you don't have a dedicated workforce who really buy in to Rancho Guadalupe and what they're doing.
That's right.
And we can't stress enough how important mentoring and training and promoting from within,
Sure.
how important all that is to making these people feel that they have something they can really hang on to.
That's right, and you make them feel a part of the Rancho Guadalupe family.
Correct. We have a leadership training program that we're in the middle of now, where it starts at the top, where we're all trying to make ourselves better leaders.
That's right.
But it's going right on down through the company to the supervisors, the foreman, even the last man on the totem pole, if you will.
Right.
Because he's a leader too, believe it or not.
Yes, he is.
He's leading himself.
That's right.
You can't lead others until you lead yourself.
That's right, and that's where it starts.
We're giving the English-speaking part of our company Spanish classes.
That's great.
If they want it.
Yep.
And we're getting the Spanish people English classes.
That's great. So they have the option to better themselves and to better communicate with their coworkers.
Absolutely.
That's phenomenal, Dick. And so you had mentioned before one of your talents was being able to identify the potential and the abilities of your leaders and your partners that you've created. Can you touch a little bit more on that?
What we're trying to do is help these people realize their own potential and abilities before they even do.
Right.
We're trying to promote their potential and get them working up to their highest capability.
So that takes some involvement from you to be able to get inside there and realize the talents that these people might have, certain people in different departments might have, and you're placing them at the right place at the right time to maximize their opportunity.
And we're always asking them, do you enjoy what you're doing? You know, we'll take polls at our tailgate meetings.
Right.
Would you rather be doing something else? You know what?
Sure.
Drive tractor, manage irrigation.
Right.
There's always opportunity from within. And you have to keep that constant dialogue with those workers.
Communication is a very important element to any relationship because you've got a lot of different moving parts going on here that one little misstep, one miscommunication can have a big ripple effect.
You said it right on the button. You need communication every day.
Yes.
And everybody has to buy into it.
That's right.
It's got to go both ways.
That's right. Not a one-way street.
No. So we're pretty proud of what we've accomplished. We just have to keep it going.
Now, Dick, you're a great leader of your company, and I was just curious a little bit about your background as far as education goes.
After graduating from Santa Maria High School, I went to UC Davis.
Okay.
Attended there for 4 years, got my degree in a curriculum called Agricultural Science and Management.
Okay.
With an emphasis on animal science.
I see.
And then I came back and I've been growing vegetable crops my whole career.
Right, okay. Now, was there any interim in between graduating college and going straight to work?
Yeah, when I was in college, I was in the ROTC program.
Okay.
And I was commissioned a second lieutenant upon graduation in the U.S. Army. And I served in the U.S. Army for 2 years. I was in armor, went to Fort Knox, Kentucky to armor school and spent the rest of my time at Fort Riley, Kansas.
Wow.
And we went to Europe a couple of different Novembers.
I see.
On a NATO exercise.
I gotcha.
So that's where I learned some of my leadership characteristics and principles.
Right.
And it's been very helpful.
So from your hard work growing up on the ranch with inside a agriculture family to getting to go to UC Davis and being disciplined enough to graduate with these degrees that you had, to your military experience, all contributed to your success in getting you where you are today.
It has, and I feel very grateful for the opportunities I've had for my education and the experiences I've had. I'm very grateful for it.
I can tell, and you're a very humble man, and I just enjoy my time every moment I get to spend with you and pick your brain about success, and I really appreciate you spending time with me today and let me come out and learn more.
It was a pleasure, JD, and let's do it again.
I look forward to it. My time at Rancho Guadalupe Farms with Mr. Donati was extraordinarily educational. I learned that all the land and tractors in the world won't produce a crop, and the only thing that will produce a crop is a strong leader with a relentless work ethic who surrounds himself with great people.
Explore our Santa Maria Valley wineries in style, thanks to the new Wine Trolley. The Wine Trolley runs Saturdays and Sundays and runs every 75 minutes from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. starting at Town Center West. Visit some of our top-notch tasting rooms and enjoy some time in Old Town Orchid, where there are several great places to visit. You will absolutely enjoy your ride and the charm that the trolley offers. So be sure to plan your next trip on the charming Santa Maria Valley Wine Trolley. Only $10 per person in advance. Well worth the safe but very fun-filled ride.
Hey, now I'm here at Edna's Bakery in San Luis Obispo, California. I'm going to introduce you to my good buddy, owner and operator, Phil Cordy, and we're going to see how we make these good old hamburger buns. Come on in. Hey, there he is.
Hey, good to see you, Brian.
How you doing, brother?
Good to see you,
Phil,
man.
good to see you too, man.
All right.
What an operation, huh?
Yeah, we get a lot of things done here every day.
This is not a little bakery.
No, not anymore. No, we've grown up.
You sure have. When did you buy this place?
I bought it in 2006, in the summertime of '06.
Okay.
And took it on, and we had, I think it was 2 delivery vans, about 12 employees. I think we had about 140 customers, and it's been over 10 years now. We're up to 80 employees, 16 delivery vans, over 700 customers, and
wow.
It's just been an awesome experience.
All over the Central Coast and any other places?
Yep, pretty much. We go as far north as Ragged Point, Paso, all the way down to Santa Barbara. Excuse me, actually we're going to Oxnard now.
Wow.
So 7 days a week we're rolling the dough.
Anything in the valley, or you guys?
Excuse me, we'll go over to Fresno, all the way down to Fresno to Tulare, and then we also run down to LA. If you happen to be on the Amtrak train, you'll see some of our muffins.
Wow, so you're everywhere. How are you making all this happen?
Well, with a lot of good employees, a lot of hard work, and I probably should introduce you to a couple of key people.
Let's go meet them.
All right. So JD, I'd like to introduce you to Joe Flores.
How you doing, Joe? Nice to meet you, bud.
Nice to meet you.
Joe is responsible for all this.
Yes, he's my head baker and my product development guy. So you guys catch up, and I'll talk with you later.
Nice to meet you, bud. So how long you been here?
Oh, a little over 10 years.
So Joe, what do you enjoy most about being here at Edna?
Developing the new products.
Right. And how do you come up with developing the new products?
Well, we have a customer request.
Right.
And then I start working on the product.
Right.
And at the end, when the customer agree that they like what they have, this is when we start producing.
So you guys are listening to your customers through surveys and requests and whatnot, and you take that back to the drawing board, and with your extensive knowledge in being a baker, you come up with these new products to basically tailor-make for your clientele.
Correct.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I love what I do.
I can tell.
Yeah.
It's all over you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
HCE Productions is bringing the very first ever Country Music Festival and Ag Show, Band of Brothers Benefit, in the Old Orchid Plaza. This family fun-filled event will feature ag vendors, CBR rank bulls on display, and country music from Tarabella and me, JD Hardy. Purchase your discounted tickets now on JD Hardy Music Facebook page, Rooney's Irish Pub, or nightout.com. See y'all there!
Explore our Santa Maria Valley wineries in style, thanks to the new Wine Trolley. The Wine Trolley runs Saturdays and Sundays and runs every 75 minutes from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. starting at Town Center West. Visit some of our top-notch tasting rooms and enjoy some time in Old Town Orchid, where there are several great places to visit. You will absolutely enjoy your ride and the charm that the trolley offers. So be sure to plan your next trip on the charming Santa Maria Valley Wine Trolley. Only $10 per person in advance. Well worth a safe but very fun-filled ride.
You're not just doing buns. What's all this good-looking stuff?
Well, I'm glad you asked, JD. We do some killer scones. We have all kinds of Danish we do. We have 7 flavors of cookies, other scones, mini muffins, croissants, larger muffins, brownies, loaf cakes, all kinds of different breads, including all these beautiful looking things we have here. So it's just not all about hamburger buns. We have a full line of awesome things people like to use of ours.
Well, you're not kidding. So this is the stuff that's getting distributed all throughout the Central Coast, LA, Amtrak, the Valley.
Yep, just about everything in the Central Coast, we're blanketing it, as well as down to LA. And people are just crazy about this stuff because it's made fresh daily, and there's no distributor. We deliver it, we make it, we take the orders, and we turnkey shop. And what's really amazing, you know, probably 10, 15 years ago, there wasn't a food network. Right. You know, there wasn't the chef, you know, battles. Right. And well, just think about this. The bread, the breads and the pastries have also elevated themselves. I mean, before you'd go to the store, you get, you know, Wonder Bread and maybe a wheat bread. But now, I mean, we have over 400 products. I mean, we've done so many different things with our breads. I mean, we actually make pizza right now where we put beer and spent grain and a Caputo flour out of Italy, which is a high protein flour, and we're making a signature pizza dough for some breweries now.
Wow.
With beer and spent grain.
How cool is that?
It is way cool. It's totally fun. Fun stuff what we're doing.
And creative. This is the real deal, bud. I had no idea that you have turned this little mom and pop bakery into this commercial outlet. You have done so well. You have a lot of great accomplishments. I'm really proud of you. Congratulations.
Thanks. Man, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, bud.
Thanks,
Thank
JD.
you.
Appreciate that.
You got it. Had a great day with Phil today at Edna's Bakery. I learned so much and also learned how to make hamburger and slider buns. Did you hear Phil say he uses spit grains from local breweries to make certain products? Well, guess what? I'm headed over to Rooney's Irish Pub next to make beer with Tim and Greg, and we're going to smoke a whole hog with Jake. Now, if I can just get Phil to let me drive. No. Stay tuned for more of the real California. I'm here to see my good friend Tim Rooney of Rooney's Irish Pub to learn how to make beer and pick up some spent grains from my friend Sadie Bowen to feed her pig. Brew Day is a happy day at Rooney's Irish Pub.
We start off early, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Come on back.
Just getting ready to set up for the day.
Yes, sir.
Dust never settles in this old dirt town where I was.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
We start pretty early on a brew day.
7 o'clock
in the morning.
Right.
Nobody's here.
Right.
There's staff's just getting here. And I want to introduce you to my brewer, Greg Carroll.
Greg, J.D. Hardy. Nice to meet you, bud. My pleasure.
He's just getting ready to start the brew day. In a second, he'll show you the grains and what we're going to be making today. We'll talk all about this process.
Oh, yeah.
So Greg, what is your role here?
So I'm the
Rooney's.
I'm the brewer, cleaner. I do everything that has to do with the brewery. So when we get our grain, it comes unmilled. So we take it, we mill it, which is the state it's in now, and then the whole brew day, we take it, put it in the mash tun, which extracts the sugars, goes into the brew kettle, where we add the hops, and from there, there's a lot going on. You whirlpool and we do a bunch of other stuff, and then from there we transfer it through a heat exchanger, get it into a fermentation tank, and that's where we add the yeast, which creates beer. Up until that point, it's called wort.
Right. So all this is time sensitive, it's heat sensitive, it's all these things have to line up perfectly.
Exactly, time and temperature.
So you're like a mad scientist.
I can be,
Of Rooney's.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, let's get this stuff brewing. What do you think?
Let's go.
All right, come on, guys.
Dust never settles in this old dirt town where I was shifting gears, working that ground from the time the sun comes up until the sun goes down. In John Deere Town, USA, you'll off the tractor spinning this big dog around. Gotta make hay before the sun goes down. Praying for the rain to start coming down. in John Deere Town, USA.
So we're getting ready to transfer the wort over into the brew kettle. And once we get up to boil in the brew kettle, that's when we'll add our hops, which will take that bitterness off of the maltiness from our wort.
Gotcha. So what kind of hops are we using today?
So today we use in the beginning of the boil, which would go for 60 minutes, I put in a Warrior, which is mainly used strictly for bittering. It has a high alpha acid, and so that'll really cut some of that sweetness out. And then later on in the boil, I'll add a second edition hops, and this one is a Cascade, lower alpha acid. It'll still help with cutting out the bitterness, but not as sharp as you get from.
Gotcha.
Here we go.
Gotcha.
Explore our Santa Maria Valley wineries in style, thanks to the new Wine Trolley. The Wine Trolley runs Saturdays and Sundays and runs every 75 minutes from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. starting at Town Center West. Visit some of our top-notch tasting rooms and enjoy some time in Old Town Orchid, where there are several great places to visit. You will absolutely enjoy your ride and the charm that the trolley offers. So be sure to plan your next trip on the charming Santa Maria Valley Wine Trolley. Only $10 per person in advance. Well worth the safe but very fun-filled ride.
This is what we're making today. This is the last of our house amber. Cheers, my friend.
Oh, wow.
This is an amber. This is what we're making
Cheers.
today.
Very good.
See, it's got that little maltiness.
Yes.
Not a lot of hop, not a lot of bite. It's a very mild malt forward, they call that. A little sweetness, that's the malt. It's a malt forward beer.
You can't make beer without tasting it. Oops. Looks like Tim needs to get back to work.
Nutritional value for livestock.
Yes.
Particularly pigs. Pigs love it. There's still enough nutritional value.
That's right.
Sugars and proteins still left in there.
Gotcha.
We pulled off as much of the sugars out of that we can.
Possibly can that are usable for the beer.
That goes into the wort, and those sugars will turn into alcohol and CO2.
Oh yeah.
The best part.
Tim has been kind enough to give me some spent grains to feed a pig we will be harvesting soon. Come on back. Stay tuned for more of the real California. Hey Sadie Butler, where you at?
I'm back here, come on back.
Hey, that's my line. Got you some spent grains from Rudy's Irish Pub. How are you doing, baby?
Thank you, how are you?
Good, good to see you, Sadie. Let's go check this out. So how's your hog liking those spent grains from Rooney's?
She's liking them very well.
All right. So how long have you been in the 4-H?
I've been in 4-H for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you started?
I was like 10.
10?
Yeah.
So how was a 10-year-old little girl able to handle a big animal like this?
I don't know. My dad kind of showed me how. And
He
then
showed you the ropes?
I kind of got the hang of it.
And you got the hang of it, and now you're hooked for life.
Yep.
Do you love it?
Yes, I like it a lot.
What's your favorite part about it?
My favorite part about it is interacting with the animals and being able to like go to fair and show
Right.
the pig, and also like showing, because we do a thing for 4-H in our group, and
Right.
we go to Guadalupe, and we go to one of like the rec camps that they do,
Right.
and we get to like show our pigs. Like some people will bring their pigs, and we get to tell them like about like the animals, because they really don't get to interact with their animals.
That's really neat.
So we get to show them.
And that's held at the rec hall?
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. Now, what club do you belong to?
I belong to Napoma 4-H.
Napoma 4-H. Wow, that's awesome. And how many members do you guys have?
We have 16 in the pig group. but
In the
there's-
in the swine, okay. So you've got cattle, you've got lambs and goats, chickens, like just like
Yeah,
FFA.
livestock, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Let me do it.
We can do it.
There we go. So, well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sadie, for letting me come out here today and see you. And you know, I wanted to bring you some money too, because you raised a good animal for me.
You're welcome.
No, but good job on that.
Thank you.
And you keep up that hard work, and it's going to continue to pay off for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Sadie. I'll see you, sweetie.
Hey, Jake, is JD here with that hog yet?
He's right here, Dad.
Hey, I'm right here, Dad.
Well, let's get this thing going.
Let's go.
All right,
come on.
all right, come on.
All right.
He looks like a beauty.
Indeed. This ought to do it, huh?
Perfect. Beautiful animal.
Great animal. Happy to harvest it from our friend Sadie Bolin, the Pomo 4-H Club. She did a great job feeding this Rooney spent grains, didn't she?
Spent grain from the brewery.
Yes.
Make our beer, and that spent grain give the local pig farmers, and
that's right.
Pigs, and a lot of times we get them back and put them in the smoker here and recycle everything.
Nothing goes to waste, and that's the message here today.
Yep. We try to be as green as possible here.
So Jake, what are we gonna do now, bud?
All right, we're gonna have you squirt it down, a little mustard. Mustard acts as the binder.
Oh yeah.
Stick the dry rub in there.
Okay.
Try to get it in every cavity we can. We'll give it a good coat of dry rub.
So getting it down in here,
yeah,
getting it everywhere.
You can.
Okay.
I'll rub it. Actually, he can rub it in good for you.
We both can.
Okay.
So with that, because we're going to give it so much injection as well, the mustard acts as a good sticky agent.
Right. For your rub. Do you dry rub the outside of it?
On the outside of the skin?
Yes.
No, sir.
No,
just
that's
all in here. As soon as you put it on the smoker, we do it for 8 hours and then uncover. Then after that, we take it out, inject it again, wrap it with foil because it's got enough smoke on it by then. And then the skin acts as pretty much a leather, kind of just holds in the juice like a bucket of it.
right.
So,
It's an insulation for the juice that kind of gets reciprocated up into the meat, and it has that little cycle going. Is this a particular type of?
It's a secret, we can't tell you.
Of course. Injection.
What's in that injection recipe?
So, again, a little secret, but a little apple juice, Worcestershire, vinegar, a little bit of dry rub, brown sugar.
And then a lot of your
and
Rooney's Irish Pub secrets.
Yes, sir. The more you can get in that meat, the better. Not just rub on the outside. If you can get that sweet in the middle of it too, oh man.
Well, and it's sweet and spicy what you got going on.
Sir.
And that's the mustard. That's that mustard thing going.
Well, you need to cut that with the fat of the pork.
Oh, bud. Tomorrow is going to be a good day. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. I love it. So explain this to me real quick. So we've got the fire on this side, and we got the hog on this side.
Yeah, we're able to adjust the fire a little bit, close the box. We got it going right now. So indirect heat, like a smoker idea, which opposite of obviously Santa Maria style. So once you close those doors,
right,
the dampeners on the top. So you want the hog on this side. We're not barbecuing it. We're still smoking. So
right,
we shut this vent so the air circles through. So all the smoke and the heat just cooks that. No direct flame, no nothing like that.
And it just circles around in there.
Gotcha.
Smoke and the heat.
So this is a Santa Maria style oven.
Yes, sir.
Well, good deal.
Let's go get a cocktail.
Let's do it. How we doing, bud?
Well, it's been 24 hours.
Smells like we're doing good.
24 hours at about between 200 and 225. So let's take a look. See how
All
it
right.
turned out.
Mind if I crank her up?
Oh, let's open that thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, after about 8 hours last night, we took it out, injected it again.
With your same injection?
Same injection. Put it back in there. Depending on the color, we'll leave it tinted.
Right, just so it doesn't get too dark.
Too dark, so.
Right. It's perfect right now.
Keeps the smoke in there, keeps the moisture in there. It kind of steams in its own juices.
Right,
in
with
that
that
marinade
skin
in
like
there.
we're talking about.
So I think it's about ready to come out.
But I can't wait. We're eating good today, boss. Look at that. My goodness.
Yeah.
You mind if I grab it?
No, you can pull a little piece off in there. Oh my. Is that phenomenal?
Yeah.
And if you want, you can always dip a little bit into the juices.
That's what I'm talking about.
Into the marinade. Oh, that turned out great.
That's so good.
That's going to be fun. Yeah, it just turns out awesome.
It's so good. Good job, buddy.
Fun.
Great job.
Thanks for the help.
You got it. No problem. Folks at Rooney's really know how to make it happen, don't they? Taking spent grains to feed livestock, then cooking over an open fire is a great example of the real California. Come on back. If you want to enjoy some of this great food, country music, agriculture, join us June 24th at the 805 Country Music Festival and Ag Show. Be sure to see my Facebook fan page, JD Hardy Music, for participating hotel discounts for your weekend stay in the Santa Maria Valley. The Real California, brought to you by Valley Farm Supply and the Santa Maria Chamber of Commerce. California is riddled with hidden treasure just waiting to be found, one of the most diverse cultures on the planet. Evidence of these lifestyles can be found all throughout the rural deserts, beach towns, mountain communities, cattle ranches, and the farmlands of the Golden State. I'm JD Hardy. I'm a singer-songwriter, music lover. I enjoy all things outdoors and every form of barbecue. I'm an all-American son of San Joaquin and an agriculture enthusiast. Join me as I roll back the curtain on the real California.